Once upon a time, in a grand kingdom, there ruled a king who had everything: wealth, power, and luxury. Yet, he was known for only one thing: his extreme laziness. His daily routine consisted of just three things: eating, sleeping, and resting. He never cared for his people or the kingdom's affairs. The ministers tried to make him realize his duties, but he refused to listen. Over time, his laziness made him so overweight and weak that he could barely move from his bed. The people's suffering because of his inaction. The people of his kingdom suffered. Farmers struggled, traders lost business, and the army lacked leadership. The kingdom was falling apart. Soon, even neighboring kingdoms began mocking him, calling him the sleeping king. One day, as the king looked at himself in the mirror, he felt a deep sense of shame. He had become a joke, and his kingdom was in ruins. He finally realized if he did not change, his empire would soon collapse. Determined, he made an announcement: "Whoever helps me regain my strength will receive a grand reward." The failed remediation this, the best physicians and healers from across the kingdom rushed to the palace. They prepared herbal medicines, tonics, and diets, promising the king miraculous weight loss, but nothing worked. The more he relied on the remedies, the worse his condition became. His weight increased instead of decreasing, just as hope seemed lost. An old sage arrived at the palace. The sage's strange conditioned sage confidently said, "I have a special remedy, but the king must come to me himself. I do not visit royal courts. If he wants my help, he must walk to my hut." The king was furious. "What nonsense is this? I can't even get out of bed. How does he expect me to walk to him?" But the ministers, knowing this was their last hope, pleaded with the king to try. With great difficulty, the king forced himself to sit up. His soldiers helped him take a few small steps. It was exhausting, but he pushed through and slowly made his way to the sage's hut, a test of patience and strength. But when the king arrived, he was told that the sage was away. "Come back tomorrow," the sage's assistant said. The king, though angry, had no choice but to return the next day. Again, after a long struggle, he walked to the sage's hut. But once more, he was told to come back the next day. This continued for several days. Each time, the sage made an excuse, delaying the king's treatment. What the king did not realize was that he was walking more and more each day. His body, once heavy and weak, was now slowly gaining strength. After a month, the sage finally gave the king a small cup of water. He chanted a prayer over it and said, "Drink this, and you will be cured." The king, eager for results, drank the water quickly. Then he asked, "What is this magical remedy? My royal physicians must learn how to make it." The sage smiled. "Your Majesty, this is just ordinary water. The real cure was your own effort. You healed yourself by walking here every day. There was never any shortcut, only hard work and discipline." The king's realization. The king was speechless. He had spent years waiting for an easy solution, but the answer had always been in his own actions. From that day forward, he took charge of his life and his kingdom. He exercised daily, worked alongside his ministers, and made efforts to improve the lives of his people. His dedication transformed not only himself, but also his entire kingdom. Moral of the story: there are no shortcuts to success or self-improvement. Many of us wait for a miracle to solve our problems, but the real solution lies in our effort and persistence. Just like the king, we must take responsibility, work hard, and never rely on quick fixes. True success comes through discipline, dedication, and perseverance.